Hello, beautiful beings of light. How's everything going? Did that previous video of mine make you think, wow, that's kind of interesting? It almost seems like Dale is about to shift into some kind of high gear. What I'm saying is that's what the messages I got immediately after, because that I filmed several days ago. And the message is very much yes. You know, if anyone's ever been deep in dream interpretation, or even lots of different films, and you see someone's tooth fall out, you see the, different dreams. I see some things talking about like loss in life, and maybe there's some kind of truth in that. But for me, what I've started to really realize is that revelation that people have been asking me, Dale, are you really giving it all to us? And the truth of the matter, other than people in my mentoring program, no, I haven't. Have I been holding back? Not necessarily holding back, but the volume hasn't been completely to the top. And why is that? There's a combination of factors. And this tooth literally dropping out a few days ago has brought me into the realization that it's time for the rubber to hit the road. I've known that this activation was coming. I've known that it would be time for me to start talking about things that I haven't talked about much. Things like going deeper into the ideas within Aramaic of the devil, Satan, Akil Kartsa, the tempter, accuser, the resistor, Beelzebub, the morning star, Lucifer, all these different ideas, apocalypse, unveiling, revelation. What's really going on right now? Should we really be freaking out? Some more prophetic insights that I definitely have to offer that I generally stay a little quiet about. My relationship with the White Brotherhood, my relationship with my spirit guides. What is these legion of beautiful angelic transdimensionals that I'm always referring to in my healing work? So that's what we're going to start getting into. We're going to start getting into the things that I have honestly held close to my chest, for that realization of casting your pearls before swine. I'm not calling you all a bunch of pigs or dogs, not in any way, but it's rather, if I started talking a little too early in the process about the angelic beings that I had relationships with in the forest when I was a kid in southern New Jersey, and how I learned meditation that way, and how I learned to tone that way as a child, that I didn't want people to look at me and think I was somehow special. Oh, he's special. Because I'm no more special than you are. If one is special, somehow the rest are negated, and I think that's all garbage. The truth of the matter is we are all the fullness and authenticity of that universal cosmic light, all of us. And if you start thinking back to your childhood, I bet there's a lot of things you didn't realize were going on that maybe you hadn't acknowledged so much. So I can promise you that these upcoming videos in this unveiling series are going to be a lot more pointed. I'm going to be asking questions directly, or answering questions directly that I've been asked for a while, that I've kind of not shied away from, but I just felt, well, it's not quite time for me to hit these full on. But seeing people so addicted to the world, so addicted to what's happening on the level of the physical, I realize what's more important is to help y'all, as I have been, but even more so wake up within the dream, and to realize that this feeling of impending doom, that everything is starting to come crashing down, it's only happening in the movie that's between our ears. We are in a movie theater right now. And we are a witness in this divine play, in the words of Yogananda. And I always talk about what Yogananda said of becoming the ever-joyous witness of a stupendous cosmic drama. And it's ultimately realizing, in the words of St. Francis of Assisi, that what you're looking for is what is looking. And what's really happening is not the movie theater that you're in, that we occasionally fall asleep and go, or not necessarily even fall asleep, but fall unconscious and forget that we're in a movie. But when we start believing that somehow Mamuna is real, Mamuna means materiality, not in terms of money, but in terms of believing that what our brain is telling you or telling us about this quote-unquote world is somehow real. But what I'm telling you is this world is not what's real. What's real is what is watching. So the ideas that we have of running to the hills, getting to the outskirts, getting to where you can have water without without being on municipal supplies as the world comes crashing down, if that's what you think's happening. It's not really happening, but we are going to experience things of that nature. So I'm going to talk a lot about those things that I haven't really been covering, those places that most people don't seem to be able to talk to out there without going into some kind of mania chaos and putting these crazy titles or photos on their videos that pull you in emotionally. And I promise you, I will not do that. It's a childish thing that we're far beyond the point where that should be the way I'm communicating. What I will do is bring this across to you with authenticity, with honesty, and the realization that I can't hold back anymore. Not really holding back, but I was not giving it all out there. But now it's time. So any of you that have been on the journey with me for a while, any of you that are fresh, any of you that hate my work because I simply rattle your cages of indoctrination and conditioning too much, and rather than realizing that that rattling and that attack you feel has nothing to do with me, but rather your inability to let go, that's fine too. Keep watching, give me thumbs down. I truly don't care whether you give me thumbs down or thumbs up. What matters to me is that I'm giving it to you authentically and that I am real. So from this point forward, let's say, let the games begin. I love you all so incredibly dearly. And with this, I put out, Amen. Send in your questions. Go through my website, DaleAllenHoffman.com, through social media. I'd love to start answering them. It's time. I love you all so dearly, beautiful beings of light.